This is part 2 of my Korean military meal series. You can check out my breakfast menu right here. It's lunchtime, you maggots! And chances are, this is your best meal of the day, especially since you still have a whole afternoon of work behind you. So as a treat, we are cooking some spicy duck bulgogi. Yeah, we had duck, albeit this is not the traditional way to cook duck in Korea, because we're going to put the duck breasts onto a cold pan and skin side down. This way we can slowly render out the oil from the duck. If we don't do this, the skin will be rubbery and greasy. Like I said, this is not how Koreans do it, but then again, most Koreans get their duck breasts pre-sliced. When the skin looks golden and crispy like that, turn it over and cook for just a minute. We're not cooking them through, we're just firming them up in the heat. And this way we can slice the breasts much easier. And do slice as thin as you can. Now for the bulgogi sauce. And for the first time, we're using a vegetable not that commonly used in Korea. And surprisingly, it is ginger. Take a thumb-sized root and chop it finely. So ginger is mainly used in Korean cooking to reduce birinne, which is either fishiness or gaminess. And ducks can definitely be gamey. The rest of the sauce is pretty simple. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey or agave syrup, 1 tablespoon of gochujang, and finally 2 tablespoons of Korean chili powder. And for the vegetables, a couple of spring onions and 1 small onion all sliced thinly. And now back to the pan. Oh, you didn't throw out that rendered duck fat, did you? Throw in your veggies first, and just when they turn translucent, throw in the sauce and the duck. Cook on high heat for about 2 minutes and we are good to go. And right before serving, drizzle in a small glug of sesame oil to remove any remaining gaminess. But now we need something to ease the heat of that spicy meat. A classic accompaniment to spicy dishes in Korea is cold beansprout soup, or 콩나물국. And it's about as hard as boiling water. Literally. Just take 1 bag of soybean or mung bean sprouts, wash it thoroughly, and pour into a pot of boiling water. And it has to be boiling. If not, the beans will have this nasty grassiness to them. Keep the lid off, and when it comes back to a boil, put in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 chopped spring onion, and salt to taste. That's it. And finally, another Korean cafeteria classic, steamed eggs or 계란찜. Mind you, there are about half a dozen ways to steam eggs in Korea, and we're not even counting those in upstate New York.
No, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers.
You call hamburgers steamed hams?
Yes, it's a regional dialect.
What region?
Upstate New York?
Begin by chopping some vegetables and as finely as you can. I'm using some carrots and some particularly sad-looking chives. You can put in any vegetables really, just nothing with too much moisture. Broccoli or bell peppers would be a good idea. Now beat 4 to 6 large eggs, add in 1/3 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 cup of stock. I'm using dashi, but you can use vegetable, chicken, or even milk for a more custardy texture. Brush some sesame oil into your dish of choice, and pour in the egg and vegetable mixture. So traditionally, you would steam this in a steam basket, or in the military a steam oven. But I have neither, so I'm making a water bath. Just pour over some hot water into your baking tray, cover with foil, and put it into a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. To test if it's cooked or not, just poke with a chopstick and it should come out clean. Also, the egg should be just slightly jiggly and not too firm. It's lunchtime. Serve up. Oh, I also steamed some cabbage in the microwave for some or veggie wraps for the bulgogi. Just take your rice, some duck, tuck into the cabbage, and eat away. If it's too spicy, alternate between the cooling soup and the soothing eggs. Finish off with a probiotic drink of choice, and get ready to take a nap. That's until your first sergeant wakes you up, that is.